What we're going to look at here, guys, is just the two different types of hybrid systems. So you have one where you have a series hybrid and a parallel hybrid. A series hybrid, no more is when they're in series, it means essentially it's in a straight line. So you can see the engine is hooked up to the generator, which can charge the battery or run the motor, which goes to the transmission and then onto the drive. Okay. What happens is, so essentially what's happening there, the engine is never connected directly to the transmission. Okay. The engine's only purpose in this thing is to charge the generator to charge the battery, which will then run the motor, and the generator runs the motor. Okay, so that's essentially a diesel generator running an electric car. But again, the battery, it's not on the whole time because the battery will be charged for a good bit and it won't need to be on the whole time. So that's a series. So series in a straight line. Parallel is where the two systems work parallel to each other, okay? So what you have is, you have the engine, so it can select between the engine running it and the battery running it. And same thing, the engine goes up to the transmission. When it's going to the transmission and running the drive, your motor turns into a generator and it's actually sending power up as well to charge the battery. So when the engine kicks in, it's charging the battery and driving the car. So that's what the parallel setup. The two of them work in parallel. And then when you go below 30 kilometers an hour, the engine is essentially redundant. Okay, it isn't working. It isn't working at that point. So it's battery to the motor to the drive. Whereas the series one is you have your engine just generating power, generating DC current. That's the only function of the engine in the series hybrid, is generating DC current. Again, your parallel one is much more popular. How this works, again, with this one here, down here at the parallel, you're thinking, okay, what does this lead to? So there's towers are two. It's not too bad. What happens here is, in the parallel hybrid system, you have a division of inputs. And what happens with this is how you have two inputs onto the one drive shaft. So you can see this one here, the red one here, that is going to your, we'll say axle. That's going to the axle, okay? And these are known as planetary gears. And what happens is, the planetary gears allows us for more than one input. So you can have two inputs into the one. So you can see this green one here, we'll say this one's going to the electric, to the motor. And then this outside ring is going to the engine. Okay, and that's how it works. So the whole lot going together. These parts here are fixed, okay? So if they were able to pivot, what happened is they'd stay stationary. Those are fixed. The red is fixed to the silver. And they spin around. They're spinning around the whole time, which allows us to get two inputs without interfering with each other. Okay, so again, you can see the two inputs actually have to work in reverse to operate. Again, the only function with that is just the only purpose to use that is to charge the battery when the engine's in. There's never a time when the motor and the engine are driving the car. If the petrol engine is on, the motor is not working. It's not driving, it's generating. Okay, so that's the different parts, the energy division and how the different series and parallel.